Stampers, Kim from stampingandperfection.com. Welcome to my craft room. I created a card earlier, and when I got done with it, I realized that I'm not loving the color combination. I just feel like a brighter color today, and I also decided that I used the Gorgeous Grunge and the Flower Patch stamp set along with a new sentiment set called Thoughtful Banners, and I think that I'd like to experiment with one of the new stamp set backgrounds, and this is Timeless Textures. So I want to change it up a little bit. I like the way this card looks, but I just want to experiment a little bit. So I'm going to make a similar card, but with a few different elements. Now, one of the things, this is the line image that I used for the background on the other one, and I used this Sweet Sugar Plum. This is the dot image right here from the new Timeless Textures stamp set, and you can see that it's quite a bit shorter than the lines, so I'm going to need to kind of adjust what I'm doing. So I'm starting with, I want Melon Mambo. I want bright colors. So now I should probably get out my Stamp-A-Majig and, be really careful with how, where these are going and how I'm stamping this on here. But I kind of just want to not make a huge production out of making this card. So I'm going to stamp this in Melon Mambo. And then I'm going to take a Post-it note and I'm going to line it up with the edge of my dots like this. And then I'm just eyeballing this. Now, if you're fussy, you get your Stamp-A-Majig out, and I'm going to line this up so that I have about the same amount of white space on this side as I do on this side. And they might not be exactly the same. That's okay. Oops. Got a little smudge there, but I'm going to cover that up with another row of dots. So I'll do this again. I think this time I'll actually try to offset it a little bit, make it a little bit longer. But again, and I didn't get that right up next to it. You can get it right up next to it. I'm going to try to make this a little bit longer. There we go. Seems kind of random, but I kind of like it. I think I might just leave it at 2 on this one. Okay, so close that up. Now I'll put this aside. Now I also have the Timeless Texture. No, this is Pop of Pink Specialty Washi Tape. And I'm going to take this, and actually I want to give the end a little angle like that. So I'm going to just put this down where those two didn't quite meet. And then I'm going to cut this side at hopefully about the same angle. There we go. So I've got that going, and I love this Pop of Pink because this washi tape has a little speckle of gold in it. So then I thought, well, that makes me want to use some gold on this card. So I pulled out some gold things, and I started with some of the sequin tape. Now, on the other card, I put it down like this, but I actually think I want this hanging down. So I'm going to do something like that. I did cut out the same flower. Now, this image is from the Flower Patch stamp set. It's this big, giant image. This is how big it is. Like, that's my hand. This is how big this image is. And I cut this out with the Flower Fair framelits. So these two things coordinate, they go together, and I use my Big Shot and cut that out. So I have this. This is Melon Mambo on Whisper White, and I'm going to pop this up on some dimensionals. I'll probably put 3 down. And then before I stick anything else down, I want to do a couple of things. I want to take some of this, and I'm going to put a couple of glue dots in the center of, or on the back of my card. I'm just going to put the glue dots down. And I have not removed the backing from the Stampin' Dimensionals. I'll do that after I do this next step. And I've got this thin gold thread, and it's like, it's so thin, like I would have named it angel hair, you know, gold. It's so thin and pretty. And it, like, you will hardly be able to see this on the video, but up close, this adds kind of a special touch, and I'm just gonna make it, you know, go around here a couple times. And there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I just want to have a bunch of these loops of thread, like I just scrunched it or something. Make it a little shorter, because I just want it to be, I just kind of want this little touch of gold to pop out. Okay, and then I'm going to take a glue dot or two and put on this. And I've just folded it in half. This is maybe 3 inches. And I'm actually going to attach this to the bottom of here on the back. Now I'll remove the pieces. Oh, one more detail. I almost forgot this one. I like this image of the gorgeous grunge. The new Timeless Textures comes with a tiny little set of spots, but I really like that I can, like, you could do this several times. I did that, and I kind of like the way it looked. You can see that I should have done this before I put the washi tape down, but I'm going for it. I'm just going to do it twice, like that. And I'm going to just turn this over and rub this on, because I don't know how well that'll, you know, be on the washi tape, and I will probably just make a mess. That's one of the things I love about stamping on paper, is that I can do stuff like that. The paper is really absorbent, so if I overstamp something, or if I do what I just did, I can, you know, absorb it into the paper like that. It just makes it easier. I make a lot less smudges on my projects by doing that. So I'm going to move this up and put it on like that. Okay, and I have a couple of, I could put a couple more glue dots, but I kind of want to leave that free. Now, another new stamp set that I'm enjoying immensely is the Thoughtful Banners, and this coordinates and can be purchased as a bundle to save 10% with this banner punch. So I picked this image and I stamped that already in basic black. This stamps so beautifully. Look at that. That's so pretty. And then I decided I wanted the script thank you. Look at all these sentiments you get. You can put them together in all kinds of combinations. There's a print thank you, a stamped thank you. I loved it. Now when I put this down, I put this over the top of this, and you can see I have a little arc in there. I just kind of bent it like this. I just went like this. I hope my head's not in your way. Let me pull this up so you can actually see what I'm doing. So I just put this down, and then over the top I tried to center it and kind of like push up in the center and pull down on the left side while I was doing that, and it gave it a little arc, and I really like the way, I thought this came out really nicely on that card. I like the arc. So I'm going to take my basic black again. I love this archival ink pad, although it's not foam, so I feel like it feels drier than the foam. Oops, I think I lost my arc there. There we go. Pretty. Now, here's where the magic happens. This is why I like to buy the coordinating framelit or punch, because now I can just slide this over here, slide it in, and center it. And I have this centered, and I'm going to push down a little bit just to hold the paper in place and make sure I have it exactly where I want it. And I'm looking to get an even amount of white space all around the edges, and then I punch down all the way. Okay, so that's going to give me that. And I may, let's see. I think I might put this one off to the side. So I'm just going to put one dimensional on it, and I want the dimensional on the side away from it, so I want it over here. And then I'll put a glue dot on the other side, because the side with the glue dot will be sitting on the flower itself, like this. Okay, and then a couple of other touches, or one other touch. I love these little gel dots. They're white perfect accents, and they look like little drops of water. They're very shiny. And I'm going to take, I think I want to use one of the medium-sized one. I'm going to put one in there. And then I'll take a couple of the smaller ones and add them in around my black dots so you can sort of see it. Now, I could put some of these metallic sequins on here. Oh, I put the thank you upside down. That was stupid. Don't do that. There we go. I'm going to put the thank you down here. Yep, it still works. There we go. That's much better. It's good if your card is right side up. Make sure I did that too. Alright, and I could put a couple of these sequins down. These metallic sequins come in all different colors, and that might be kind of fun around too for a little extra bling. So, you know, that's another option instead of the white gel dots, but I really love these white gel dots. Take a look at that. Very pretty. I actually really like the way that card turned out. And compared to my first card, I don't know. I didn't love the colors on this one. I might have liked it better if I'd stamped, I did tone on tone, so I stamped the Sweet Sugar Plum on Sweet Sugar Plum paper. I didn't feel like my washi tape was large enough. I felt like that should be spread out a little more. So, you know, I didn't love that, but I really like this, actually. So, super simple, quick and easy. Get to play with your stuff and experiment, and you notice that, you know, you can cover up a lot with washi tape. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Stop by my blog at stampingimperfection.com. You can shop for all these products online at mystampinstore.com. Give this video a like and share with your friends. Thanks for watching.